Hi guys, here with a review of Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day. This is the new UFO UAP movie that just released, and I did see it. Saw it last weekend, in fact, and I have thoughts on it. Basic story of this is that there's a government agency that's kind of off the books. It's kind of, not even the United States government is aware of it, but it's this organization called Wardex that is trying to keep the lid down on UFO, UAP interactions that the U.S. government has had. Deep cover ops type of stuff, and they do not want the public to know. And this organization is led by Colin Firth, who he's a great actor. You've seen him in like The King's Speech, and he plays a character by the name of Noah who runs this organization and is hell bent on stopping anyone from getting this info about extraterrestrials. And on the other front, we have ColmanDomingo, who plays like this guy who's part of this organization of people that, break these stories, that, try to get the information from the government and steal it and bring it to the public. Basically, they're, committing treason, but hey, for them, it's like, hey, we need the public to know about this. This could change everything we know about the known universe and everything, the universe, religion, everything, humanity as a whole. And then you have our two main characters. One guy played by actor Josh O'Conner, and then the other who plays like a weather woman on the news, played by Emily Blunt. And so you have these two characters that, with Josh O'Conner's character, he gets the information and he's running with it, and he's being chased down by Wardex. And Emily Blunt's character gets involved, and it becomes a chase movie. And my thoughts on this movie is that it's been a long time since Steven Spielberg tackled this topic. He's done it with Close Encounters of the Third Kind. He's done it a second time with his remake of War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise, and there's been alien stuff in that the fourth Indiana Jones movie, and yeah, and the screenplay is done by David Koepp, so he's a really good screenwriter. So you have all the parts that to anyone would think like, oh, this is going to be a really great movie. This is going to be a big movie, Disclosure Day, especially with all this recent stuff that's going down with our government in regards to extraterrestrials and everything. And I did see it, and I gotta say, I thought it was so-so. I thought it was just an okay movie, but it wasn't groundbreaking. It wasn't anything new. It felt very traditional. Again, Steven Spielberg, he's been doing this for a long time, making movies, and the way he makes them is very traditional. It's different from guys like Guillermo del Toro or Christopher Nolan or Alejandro Inarritu, or Christopher McQuarrie. He makes movies differently than most of those guys, and even the newcomers who did like The Backrooms and Obsession. And but I always anticipate there'd be great elements of tension and suspense, because he's really good at doing that in his movies, and I just didn't get that. And I found a lot of plot holes within the plot of the movie, and yeah, I just thought it was just okay. Um, I didn't really get enough hype from this movie, really, from the trailers or the marketing. So I don't think this movie really hit the way that Spielberg was thinking it was going to hit. I just feel like it was just okay. Um, Emily Blunt's performance is amazing. I'll give the movie that. I really enjoyed her scenes the most. And ColmanDomingo's good, but I didn't feel like there was a sense of danger, really. Especially there's this one scene with the train that I didn't feel like was that thrilling. And like how it gets to that point, I was kind of confused, because like this agent is trying to get them onto the train and like take them out, but I thought he was like ordered to just capture them, for Colin Firth's character, so he can question them. I just didn't see the point. There was like a lot of logic that didn't make sense, and that's a the big point of contention for me. It didn't feel like anything made sense. Some of this stuff was like a little antiquated in terms of UAP stuff, because we have stuff with drones that we've seen and weird mysterious stuff. And they were going back on stuff that's from like 20 years ago. So I feel like Steven Spielberg was like thinking about this movie for a very long time, and it never changed. It kind of like he thought had the same thoughts that he did, back in like the 90s or late 80s. So yeah, it's kind of like a throwback, something like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And yeah, it just wasn't satisfying for me. The soundtrack is good. John Williams returns and he does a great score to this movie. But other than that, I didn't think it was that great. I thought it was just okay and something to watch, if it hits on streaming. But it wasn't to me like a big tentpole movie to me. I don't know. Maybe it was unwise to release it in the summer. It should have been maybe a movie that should have come out in December of this year, but I don't know. Anyways, I don't know if I could recommend this movie. I don't know if you guys would feel bored by it. I just felt that it lacked something. It lacked, something with like the characters, because I think like the Emily Blunt character is the best one. She's the most three-dimensional, and she goes through a full character arc. And the others, I just didn't feel like anything for them. And that's kind of lame, especially coming from a Steven Spielberg movie. You really like his characters in all of his movies. And this one, it just didn't hit for me. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. I think this is more of like a rent instead of a buy for me. I would like check it out on streaming or rent it. Uh, but other than that, yeah, guys, let me know. And did you guys like Disclosure Day? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later, okay? Have a good one. Bye.